This is a John Deere LA110 that I purchased from a scrapyard. It's a work in progress, you might say. I've got it to the point that it does run and mow. Well, that is until the fuel pump gave out on me during my last test. Hello everyone, I'm Big Allen Cox. Welcome and welcome back, the star of two prior videos. This is Rudolph, the LA110. My goal was to get this to a reliable, great machine to use for myself. I've been wanting a good side discharge 100 series LA automatic, and I'm hoping this will be it. So far, to revive this machine, I have replaced a missing positive battery cable harness. I blew out and pressure washed the unit. I also changed the oil in the oil filter, the spark plug, the fuel filter, the air filter, and I replaced a right headlight bulb. And I covered up some body rust. I cleaned and maintained the deck and cleaned up some rust on that. I also sharpened the blades. I cleaned it up and lubricated it. I also lubricated the steering. After all of that, it was running and cutting great for about 20 minutes. Then it started surging and cutting off. When I looked at it at first, I thought my fuel filter might be leaking. So I stuck an old one on there to test out that theory, but no, fuel was coming from the pump and the line to the carburetor was dry. If there's fuel in your tank, you will either need to purge it or plug your fuel line coming from the tank. One of the best things to plug a lawnmower fuel line is an old spark plug. I was looking at Hipa store on Amazon, and they have a replacement fuel pump for this Briggs & Stratton 19.5 horsepower. So I contacted my good buddy Colin at hipastore.com, and they have sent me a new fuel pump. I will leave a link to this pump on Amazon, as well as their website, in the description. I have used many Hipa products in the past, air filters, carburetors, fuel lines, etc., and their products are good quality and value or your money back. hipastore.com. Okay, I'm going to need to disconnect my fuel lines from the old pump. I'll start with the vacuum line first. Then I'll disconnect the hose that runs to the pump's outlet. Then next there are two 10mm bolts that hold the fuel pump to the mounting bracket behind it. You'll need to remove those. I'm noting that this bolt is longer than the first one I took out. Now I can remove the fuel pump. I have a brand new Hipa branded fuel pump here ready to go in, along with a new fuel filter, always nice. Comparing both pumps here, they are the same size. Looks like a pretty good matchup. I believe these are pretty good quality replacements. I'm going to connect my fuel inlet line and new fuel filter to the new pump inlet stem. Be sure you get the arrow pointed in the correct direction of the fuel flow. That's critical for the fuel filter and system to work properly. Now I will connect the vacuum line, which is what actually operates this pump. The pump's outlet stem is here. That will run to the carburetor. Now I will reinstall the 10mm bolts with the shortest bolt first going here. Then I will put the longer 10mm bolt in the other bolt mount hole. You don't want to torque these down too much, this is plastic. Now I can reconnect my fuel filter. The arrow is pointing in the right direction of my fuel flow. The new fuel pump is installed and I've made sure everything is connected good. Hopefully we will have a running Deere here again. It may take a few seconds to start if the carburetor is empty. The pump will have to fill the filter and feed the lines up front here. Well, let's see if it's fixed or just different. I can tell a big difference in just the way the engine is running. Note that I do have some Marvel mystery oil and some Napa carb cleaner poured in that tank. So some smoke here and there under load, that's just going to be a given. Might give us a little bit of a rich mix. I wanted to do that to help the engine out and the fuel system in general. I think this tractor had been sitting around a good bit before it came to the scrap yard. Alright, the only test patch of grass I have right now actually is a little overgrown. This is about actually 5.5, 6 inches here. Not really a fair test, but I'd like to see what it does. It's also been raining the last 3 days and that grass is pretty moist. If it don't mow it down, that's my excuse anyways. The new fuel pump is working awesome. I didn't even really have any bog downs or surging, so I think that Hipa fuel pump has saved us. This John Deere LA110 powered right through that wet tall grass. I'd like to use up the remaining fuel in that tank, and I think the engine smoke will stop. That's mainly that healthy dose of Marble Mystery Oil and carb cleaner I got in there. The engine has that I haven't ran in a few years or more smell. Kind of confirms my suspicion about it sitting around a while, like turning on a heater at the start of the cold season when the dust burns off the elements. New Hipa fuel pump got my root off the LA110 back in business. Check out hipastore.com for everything you need to get your John Deere mower back running again, saving you time and money. Hipastore.com, Hipa on Amazon, Hipa360 on eBay. I will leave a link to this very pump for sale on Amazon, as well as a link to hipastore.com, making fixing your machine faster and easier. A huge thanks also to my friends at Napa on National Highway in Thomasville. Shouts out also to Mario's Pizza. And get your 90 octane pure gas at Smitty's One Stop at the corner of Lexington and Westchester and High Point. I am Big Allen Cox. More videos are coming soon. If it helped you out, please like the video and comment with any experiences you might have had with the John Deere LA110. I look forward to putting this thing to work for me. It still needs new tires, and that will come with this machine going to work for me. I'm Big Allen Cox, and until the next time, I wish you many blessings from my shop to yours.